Okay, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahweh Shai, Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahweh Shai, Barakat Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakat Rakakadash. Okay, double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Okay, and salutation, peace, and blessings to the whole collective children of Israel. Okay, I want to put up a video going over this here and how just through their talk and their wicked words, how they're going to be able to deceive the hearts of billions, and when there's only I think the population of America is between 360 million to 400 million. It's been increasing over the years, and more what they call so-called immigrants and crossing the borders and all this and that. But the world population, which is billions, just through this foolish talk, they're going to be able to deceive the hearts of many, and what we have here, augmented tech, can change the way we live, but only with the right support and vision. And what have we been prophesying about this new tech, the wicked devices that these devils is bringing in this world, is ultimately actually the punishment of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. It's his punishment. Okay, and it's also a test as well. Okay, before we enter into the kingdom of heaven, it's a major test. All right, but going over this here, and I'm gonna go over it quick. I mean, it's a lot of reading. I mean, it's not really a lot, but the point is down here. The point is down there, all in the mind. Okay, let's just run through this real quick. This article has been intentionally misrepresented on sites that spread false information. Here you go. See this start on your mind. This is an information war as well as a psychological war that's going on. And you gotta pray for proper guidance and on top of that, you got to seek out people that have that right guidance, on how to direct you, what to do and where to go and what to listen to and what not to listen to and how to, this devil knows what he's doing, man. He's coming full blast, So it says, where should I start at? I want to start somewhere good. Augmented reality technology has the ability to transform society and individual lives, particularly in the health care and mobility. As much as visual and hearing aids are part of our, as much as visual and hearing aids are part of our lives today. For example, like my glasses, my reading glasses. That's an example of these aids. Implanted technologies could become the norm in future. And it's going to become the norm for a short period of time. That period of during that hour of temptation. Let me put it that way. Stakeholders in society will need to agree on how to ethically make these amazing technologies a part of our lives. Stakeholders can depend on it as well, because they got major economic investments into this. All right. Superheroes have been dominating big and small screens for a while, but there's a subtle change happening. Many children expect to develop superpowers themselves. These expectations may sound unattainable, but we're already making the first strides toward an augmented society. Trade fairs are boasting augmented reality goggles that show technicians where a particular screw should go. Your own phones give you information about your fitness in real time or tells you about the latest fads. And again, like they're mentioning cell phones, that's another form of AIDS, what the word they use up here, these AIDS, these these AIDS that's become part of your everyday life, man. And imagine all of those that literally can't live without them. I don't carry my phone around, I don't carry it around. I mean, if I go for my a walk or run, or if I'm out and about, I'll have my phone with me then, just for the sake of using the camera of something might happening. But normally I don't, even in the grocery stores, but most of the time I won't have my phone on. I'll just leave it in the car. If I'm at home, I'm not going to have my damn what I needed my phone, carrying my phone around the house from room to room to what I need it for, other than when I'm out working and I'm using my phone for the music, for my headphones, things like that. But other than that, I'm not going to be carrying this goddamn phone around continuously all day, getting radiated, getting bathed in radiation constantly, being tracked. Man, it's an inconvenience. It's ridiculous. So what augmented reality can do, picture this scenario. You're talking, and these are the things that people are going to fall, the okey doke of, of what's that, Romans. Let me get that Romans. Romans 16. No, yeah, it is 16, but was that the right scripture though? Yeah, here we go. Romans 16 and 18. For they that are such, speaking about these deceitful people, mainly those that claim to have the truth. And you got to look at the politicians. You got to look at these false prophets. You got to look at these wicked ass pastors and these filthy politicians and things like that. But for they that are such, going into the division and this division, especially now with this technologies, these wars that are going on, these major, what's the word for worldwide, instead of locally, like a pandemic I'm still like, the words is escaping my mind. How all these things is causing division anyway. Those that are that received the jump shot and those that didn't receive the jump shots. You see what I'm going with now. So these divisions, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. Okay? For your obedience is come abroad unto all men. I am glad, therefore, on your behalf. But yet I would have you wise unto that which is good, and simple concerning evil. Okay? So that's where we at. We're separating ourselves. We're making ourselves separate from the simple. And we're pointing out exactly that, giving exact examples of that. And this is an example of, again, these videos we put up. So here we go with their scenario. Picture this scenario. You're talking to someone in a noisy setting, at a bar, at a party. Even though your hearing is fine, the situation makes it extremely difficult to understand your companion. Imagine you could just put on glasses or earbuds that offer the same sound directionality as a hearing aid. People are crazy, man. Or another example, many children. That's where imagine the millions and millions and millions that are going to be deceived when they start putting the children into the equation, meaning when this really starts hitting mainstream media, you know, children with attention deficit struggles in school. In the best case, they get special education services and classroom accommodations. However, with extra visual and audio guidance that blocks off access stimuli and otherwise enable a child can cope with the standard school environment. And when class is over, playtime begins, they can just take the aids off. Augmented reality doesn't end there. Your phone might feel like part of your body, but it's not put in through surgery. Technology will become more intertwined with the body in the form of implants. There we go. And it's coming, and we're there. We've been there. It's escalating more and more, you know, but it will also seamlessly integrate with the environment. You might have sensors in a chair, for an example. Okay. And what's that tech? What's that? What do they call it? When they're marrying, and that's the fourth. That's the revolution we're in. That's the fourth industrial revolution that we're in, where they're marrying technology with the human body itself. And what do they call it? Transhumanism. It's like the word. That may be it. It's escaping me right now. More like a RoboCop. Watch RoboCop, man. RoboCop, and you know, that's where the world is headed. You know, and with me telling you that's where the world is headed, let me put in your mind the fear of the Lord. When he said those that receive it, and the consequences of receiving, you know, and believing and trusting in this devil, when the scriptures clearly say, listen, the scriptures clearly say, never. The scripture says to never. Here we go. It's not coming up. I'm not sure if it's enemy or enemies. I know there's one in Isaiah. Never, man. Never. No. Let me try enemies. Can't wait to get the hell out of here, man. Can't wait to get the hell out of here. And it's knocking like we're there, you know. Just a little while longer. Just a little while longer, then we can rest. Then we can rejoice. Then we can shed those tears of escaping this place, you know, and being delivered. It's just kind of funny. Let me just do this instead. Trust. Just one simple scriptures that's usually so easy to find. Ooh. Okay, there's a good one right here. Isaiah 26:4. Trust ye in the Lord forever. And his words, you know, is never, you know, and it's not to accept that devil's charagma. Trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is everlasting strength. Here's another one as well. Isaiah 30:12 is powerful. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness. And stay there on. Let me go into that perverseness. That's the fool. That's the simple. You know? Perverseness is lose. To depart, turn aside. To depart, to go wrong, go crooked, devious, perverse. To be lost from view. To become devious. Trust and perverseness. Oh, here we go. Jeremiah 7:4. Trust ye not in lying words. In the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord are these. Behold, ye trust in lying words. Isaiah 7:8. Behold, you trust in lying words that cannot profit. Let me do this instead. It's kind of wild how it's not coming up. Go to the apocrypha. There we go. Ecclesiastes 12:10. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. There we go. I knew the Spirit to give it to me eventually. Okay, so let me go back to that. Okay, where was I at? Okay, it says here, are we moving toward a brave new world? As scary as chip implants may sound, they form part of a natural evolution. You see how they go with their words? They form part of a natural evolution. Ain't nothing natural about technologies, you know, that wearables once underwent. It's like hearing aids and glasses no longer carry a stigma. They are accessories and are even considered a fashion item. Likewise, implants will evolve into a commodity. That word commodity. It's saying a useful or valuable thing such as water or time. So it's saying you're going to need it. And that's the environment. That's where smart cities come into play. You're not going to be able to function in this society if you don't have what they are going to make lawful and demand you to get. And listen to their words. And that's a scary thought for most, that, oh man, we're not going to be able to live and it's over for us if we don't get it. That's where faith comes in. Damn devils, implants will evolve into a commodity. If that sounds unlikely, then consider the alternatives. And that's what a lot of people think, that what we're telling you, that's what's coming, and you're not going to be able to function in society if not going along to get along with this goddamn devil. They can't imagine it getting to that point. And they don't imagine it even happening in their lifetime. You know, that's where they're wrong. And that's where they're going to be caught with their pants down, you know, in a shameful state. Drugs often show unwanted effects because they affect multiple biological processes at the same time. Someone on long term medications may want to try an implant that sends very precise electrical or optical pulses instead. Getting an implant is obviously more invasive than picking up a pair of glasses. Generally, implants will be linked to medical conditions. You see, this is the devil, man. Giving its excuses extends to which a particular device becomes common will depend on the technology, functionality, and how far it's integrated into your body and daily lifestyle. Carrying around the equivalent of a dog's nose in a gadget like your phone or a wearable like necklace can be handy to sniff out the witch's serum or a food allergens. Sniff out this, to sniff out the devil's trick or food allergens. In those cases, it's usually enough that your phone pings whenever you're in the vicinity of whatever you're guarding against. You see, how many? Just imagine how many is going to be fooled by these foolish words. There is no immediate reason to implant this extra sense into your body. However, a deadly peanut allergy may justify a more permanent solution. All in the mind. Here we go. Brain implants take us one step further and allow us to tap straight into the body's operating system. We have already started interfacing with the brain using neural probes to mitigate symptoms of epilepsy. I'm not going to keep on reading all this madness, man. It's just, it's just how they're going to just fall for the okie doke again. There's some good reading here. Some really good reading here. Check this out. If the ideal of a chip in your body makes you cringe, consider all the pharmaceuticals you take without question. You see how they're trying to use their evil logic to justify it. People say, "Oh yeah, you're right. Think about it. You're right." Fools, man. The cradle to grave art installation of the British Museum confronts us visually with our pill popping behavior. It displays a 13-meter long fabric interwoven with 14,000 pills. The estimate average prescribed to a British person in a lifetime, around 65% of American children and teens with ADHD, meanwhile, are prescribed stimulant medications. Here we go. It's Proverbs. The simple being naive and, going into simple, being naive or foolish. Here we go. Simple, foolish, and open-minded. Simplicity. Naive. The quality of being naive, lack of experience, wisdom, or judgment. Innocent or unsophisticated. And if simple, that's pretty much they're naive to judgment. So they believe every word. The simple believeth every word. And that's powerful. The simple believeth every word. It's nothing. This devil's not out to kill us. This devil, that's the words. This devil can't be out to kill us. It's a new white man. We've evolved into a just society. People are crazy. But the prudent man looketh well to his goings. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. So this is on, if you want to read it on your own, it's part of the World Economic Forum, under the opinion thing. So you can pretty much read it on your own. Augmented tech can change the way we live. So the whole point, I hope this is in the hope of getting people to listen and learn and take heed to the warning of Yahweh Shem Shai. So till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.